All right, so Shasty McNasty had her babies. She actually had them yesterday, just a few hours after I put the nest box in, which she went a couple days early, which is really surprising. I wasn't expecting them until tomorrow. So like I told you before, they'll pull all this fur out and they line the nest with it. And I checked them yesterday. A lot of people are very concerned about checking. They want to know if they should be able to check their rabbits. There's a lot of myths about wild rabbits and not touching them. And I always go in the day of, as soon as they're born, and I check them. I want to make sure that everybody's alive, everybody's healthy. Sometimes she doesn't eat all of the placentas, so I'll have to pull those out. Yesterday when I checked them, there were 2 placentas in there that she hadn't eaten. So I just want to make sure that they don't go bad and get nasty in the nest box. And also, just want to make sure everybody's alive, everybody's well formed. There we go. And I like to get a count on them. And then from there, after I do that, I usually don't mess with them very much. I will check them every day. I'll kind of stick my hand in there, make sure there's warm bodies. At this point, the babies will always cluster into a group. So if I find any that are shoved to the side, I know to keep an eye on it, make sure it's not a runt. I haven't had very much luck saving runts. So if I notice one's there, I'll kind of keep an eye on it. But if they call it failure to thrive. So if they don't start to eat and nurse and stuff like that in the first couple of days, a lot of times they won't get the calories that they need to survive, and they'll kind of just wither away. And it's hard, but it's a fact of life. Usually I'll just take those and I'll stick them in the freezer, because I've tried before and it's really sad just to kind of watch them wither away. And Mark just gave me a strange look. He didn't know that, but it's sad to watch them wither away and die. Rabbits, a lot of people have questions about not seeing the mom in the nest box, and that's perfectly normal. In the wild, rabbits have a very calorie and a very fat rich milk, so they'll only go to the nest boxes like once, or their nest once a day, twice a day maybe. They just don't need to, and they want to keep predators away and their smell away and everything like that. So it's very normal if you don't see them in their nest at all. It usually happens at night. But that's it. So these guys are about 24 hours old, and yeah. Just one more thing that I would like to comment on about doe aggression. Sometimes you'll end up with a doe that is really mean and nasty. They don't want you to check their nest boxes. They get very, very aggressive. They grunt, they thump. A lot of times people get bit. I myself will not tolerate that in my rabbitry. As you can see, Shasti here, she doesn't care. I can reach in there. I was in here. They weren't even a few hours old, and I was in there checking on those babies, petting her and petting the babies, pulling them out and inspecting them and stuff like that. It's really just a personal preference. I won't tolerate it. I don't want a rabbit that is going to come after me when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and checking their babies, making sure everything is good. I don't know how QB over here is going to be doing. She was the doe in the video from yesterday that she was grunting. She's always kind of been a little more vocal than some of my other rabbits, and I'm kind of letting her go right now because this is her first litter, and a lot of times they don't know what's going on. You know, all those new hormones, they're not like humans that have a mom that can tell them, you know, what to expect when they're expecting. So I'm just letting her go. Hopefully she doesn't turn out to be a really nasty doe or not. This Shasti is actually her mom, so I'm really kind of surprised that she is as aggressive and, well, not really aggressive, but as moody as what, you know, she is. But yeah, if you have a doe that you can't get in there and you can't inspect the nest boxes, it's totally up to you as to whether or not you want to tolerate it in your rabbitry. I do not. Thanks for watching.